Hello learners, welcome on the class of transportation engineering. So I hope you all are safe and doing well. So in the transportation engineering I will discuss the introductory part that is very important for the GATE exam. So entire transportation engineering is important for the GATE exam. Every year you will get 8 to 10 marks from the transportation engineering. So in transportation engineering, firstly I will discuss introductory part, and after that I will start the geometric design, and after the geometric design I will start the traffic engineering, and after traffic engineering I will start the pavement design, and in the last I will pavement materials and test. So today I will discuss introductory part. In introductory part I will discuss the 3 road plans, that is first 20-year road plan, second 20-year plan, and third 20-year plan, and after that I will discuss how to compute the length of state highway, national highway, major district road, other district road, and total length of the road with the help of third 20-year road plan. And after that I will discuss the design of pavement, geometric design of pavement. In geometric design of pavement I will discuss about the friction and what is the pavement unevenness, how to compute the pavement unevenness, and pavement characteristics. So today I am going to discuss about the transportation engineering. In transportation engineering I will discuss the weightage. So in the GATE examination, each and every year 5 to 8 marks will be asked by the GATE examination. And after that I will discuss the syllabus. So briefly I will discuss about the introduction part, and after that I will discuss geometric design, and after that design of pavement, and after that I will discuss traffic engineering, and in the last I will discuss highway materials, and test. So this topic I will discuss in the transportation engineering. So in the introduction part I will discuss the classification of 20-year road plan, So there are 3 road plans: first 20-year road plan, second 20-year road plan, and third 20-year road plan. So first 20-year road plan, the duration was 1940 to 1963. Second 20-year plan was 1961 to 1981, and the third road year plan was organized in 1981 to 2001. First road plan is also known as Nagpur road plan, and the second 20-year road plan was known as Bombay road plan, and the third 20-year road plan is known as Lucknow road plan. So feature: first 20-year road plan, second 20-year road plan, and third 20-year road plan. Duration of first 20-year plan. Duration is 1943 to 1963. Other name, it is also called Nagpur Road Plan. Second 20-year road plan was in 1961 to 1981 in Bombay. And the third 20-year plan in 1981 to 2001, known as Lucknow Road Plan. So the first 20-year plan, the target density was 16 km per 100 km square, and for the second 20-year road plan it was 32 km per 100 km square, and for the third 20-year road plan the target density was 82 km per 100 km square. Development allowance for the first 20-year road plan or Nagpur road plan was 15%, and for the second is 5%, and the third, that is Lucknow road plan, it was nil. Length of expressway in the first 20-year road plan was nil. For the second 20-year road plan it is 1600 km, and in third 20-year road plan it was 2000 km. First road pattern. So the road pattern for the first 20-year road plan was star and grid. For the second 20-year plan there was no road pattern, and for the third 20-year road plan the road pattern was square grid. Classification of road for the first 20-year road plan or Nagpur road plan: national highway, state highway, major district road, other district road, and village road. In the second 20-year road plan the classification of road was nothing, and for the third 20-year road plan primary, secondary, and tertiary road plan was given. So if I write the target density, so it was 16 km per 100 km square. For the second it was 32 km per 100 km square target density, and for third road plan it was 82 km per 100 km square. Similarly, if I write another feature for this road plan, so the fourth feature is development allowance. So for the first 20-year road plan it was 15%, for the second 5%, and the third road plan it was nil. Length of expressway, so for the first road plan or Nagpur road plan it was nil, 1600 km and 2000 km. And the very important for the examination point of view, so many times in the GATE exam or IAS exam it was already asked the road pattern. So road pattern. So first 20-year road plan or Nagpur road plan, the pattern was star and grid. For the second 20-year road plan, there was no road pattern for the Bombay road plan, and the third was square grid. So these are the feature of this road plan. Firstly, I have discussed the duration, other name, target density, and after that development allowance, length of expressway, road pattern. After that, I will discuss about the length of road according to third, length of road according to third 20-year road plan or Lucknow plan. So according to that, length of national highway is can be computed area divided by 50, and this area should be in kilometer square. So these are the formula given by the in Lucknow road plan. Similarly, length of state highway is equal to area in kilometer square divided by 25 or 62.5 into number of towns minus length of national highway. So according to this formula, we can compute the length of state highway, and out of these two we have to use maximum value. So length of state highway can be computed by area in kilometer square divided by 25 or 62.5 into number of towns minus length of national highway. Maximum of these two will be the length of state highway. Similarly, length of major district road MDR, and this length, of course, it will be in kilometer, is equal to area in kilometer square divided by 12.5 or 90 into number of towns. This will give the length of major district road, and maximum value we have to take. Maximum value, where NH is the national highway, SH is the state highway, and MDR is the major district road. So total length of road can be computed as total length of road is equal to 4.74 into number of towns and villages. If number of villages is not given, then also calculated as road density into area. So with the help of that, we can compute the total length of road. Let us take one example. After that, I will start the geometric design. Area of Maharashtra is 308,000 kilometer square. Number of towns 2 is equal to 276. Number of villages equal to 41833. Find out the length of all roads according to third 20-year road plan. So according to that we have to compute the length of all roads. So length of national highway is equal to area in kilometer square divided by 50. So area of the Maharashtra is given 308,000 divided by 50. So it is coming 6160 kilometer. Similarly, length of state highway is equal to area in kilometer square divided by 25 or 62.5 into number of towns minus length of national highway, whichever is more, maximum. So length of state highway can be computed in kilometer. Length of state highway in kilometer is equal to area is 308,000 divided by 50 or 62.5 into number of towns is given 276 minus length of national highway already computed 6160. So it is coming, this value is 12320 kilometer and this value is coming 11090. So maximum value we have to take. So length of state highway is equal to 12320 kilometer. Similarly, length of major district road can be computed as area in kilometer square 328,000 divided by 12.5 or 90 into number of towns, 90 into 276, and maximum value we have to take. So length of major district road is equal to 24840 kilometer. And total length of road is equal to 4.74 into number of towns and villages. So number of towns is 276 plus number of villages 41833. So it is coming 199,596.66 kilometer. Length of rural road can be computed as total length of road minus length of national highway plus length of state highway plus length of major district road. So length of rural road that is ODR plus village road. Other district road or village road plus village road can be computed as total length of road minus length of national highway plus state highway plus major district road. So total length of road is 199,596.66 minus length of national highway is 6160 plus length of state highway is 212 320 plus 24840. So it is coming 156276.99 kilometer is the length of rural road or some of other district road or village road, where symbols are ODR is the other district road and VR is the village road. So in the introduction part we have seen the three types of road plan, and after that how to compute the length of road, like length of national highway, state highway, major district road, total length of road and length of rural road by according to the third 20-year plan or Lucknow plan we have seen. So after that I am going to discuss geometric design, which is very important for the competitive examination point of view. Geometric design. According to IRC, Indian Road Congress 73/90/80. So according to IRC 73/19/80, geometric design means design of visible feature of a highway. According to IRC 73/90/80, geometric design means design of a visible features of a highway. And what is the visible features? The first is what is the cross section element. Second features is side distance. Third feature is highway alignment. And the fourth feature is vertical alignment. Vertical alignment. So firstly I will discuss cross section element. Cross section element. In cross section element I will cover pavement characteristics. And in pavement characteristics, firstly I will discuss about the friction. Friction is a rolling acts in the direction of movement of vehicle, that is it helps the motion. If there is a no friction, there is no movement. Friction opposes when we apply the brake, and according to the IRC, coefficient of longitudinal friction or skid resistance coefficient lies between 0.35 to 0.40, and the coefficient of lateral friction is 0.15. So these values are suggested by Indian Road Congress. So it is the rolling friction acts in the direction of motion of vehicle. According to Indian Road Congress, coefficient of longitudinal friction, also known as skid resistance coefficient, skid resistance coefficient lies between 0.35 to 0.40, and coefficient of lateral friction is 0.15. Smooth tire offers higher friction factor than the new tire in the dry pavement due to the large surface area of contact, whereas new tire having tread blocks offer more friction factor in comparison to smooth or worn out tire in wet pavement, because lubricating effect of water is reduced as some water is entrapped between the tread block, and this coefficient of friction varies inversely proportional to the speed. As the coefficient of friction decreases, speed increases because of very less time the tire will be in contact with the pavement. So it is very usual that when our velocity increases, coefficient of friction decreases. Coefficient of friction F is inversely proportional to the velocity. Let us assume this is coefficient of friction and speed of the vehicle. So when coefficient of friction is 0.4, so the speed less than 30 km per hour. When coefficient of friction is 0.38, speed is 40. When coefficient of friction is 0.37, speed is 50. When coefficient of friction is 0.36, speed is 60. And when coefficient of friction is 0.33, speed is greater than 80 km per hour. So we can write coefficient of friction decreases as speed increases because of very less time tire will be in contact with the pavement. So second terminology I am going to discuss, what is the skid and what is slip. Skid and slip. So these two terms are different. In skid, longitudinal distance traveled is greater than circumferential distance. So in skid, longitudinal distance is greater than circumferential distance, and in slip, circumferential distance is greater than longitudinal distance. Third characteristics is pavement surface characteristics. Pavement surface characteristics. Generally, black top pavement with white border is provided. What is the purpose to provide the black top? So black top pavement reduce the glaring effect during daytime, and white borders guides the traffic during night time. That's why we will provide black top pavement with white border. Light reflecting device installed for guiding the traffic are known as road delineators. So for in this light reflecting device installed for guiding the traffic are known as road delineators. Similarly, pavement unevenness or undulation. Pavement unevenness or undulation. So it is the cumulative vertical undulation per unit horizontal length, and it is measured by a device called bump integrator. Bump integrator. So pavement unevenness was measured by bump integrator, developed by this instrument was developed by CRRI. For good pavement, pavement unevenness should not be greater than 150 centimeter per kilometer. If it exceed by 150 centimeter per kilometer, then our pavement is not good. So dear student, today I have discussed about the introductory part. In introductory part, I have discussed the 3 road year plan. First 20-year road plan, also called Nagpur road plan. Second 20-year plan, also called Bombay road plan. And the third 20-year plan, that is also called Lucknow road plan. And after that, I have discussed the different patterns and what is the traffic density, each and everything I have discussed about the these 3 20-year plans. And after that, I have discussed how to compute the length of highway according to the third 20-year plan, like what is the expression of length of national highway, that I told you that area by 50, where area in kilometer square. And similarly, what is the length of state highway, length of major district road, and how to compute the total length of road. And after that, I have started the geometric design. So in geometric design, I will start what is the friction. So according to IRC, I told you the definition of friction, and after that the value of longitudinal friction and lateral friction. And after that, I have discussed the how to determine the pavement undulation and what is the pavement characteristics. So in the next class, I will discuss the what is camber and what is the value of camber for different types of road material. And after that, I will start what is stopping side distance and what is intermediate side distance and what is overtaking side distance, and after that I will take some problem based on the geometric design. So take care of your health and happy learning.